For as long as I've known Tony, he has raved about New Zealand. I'm pretty sure he even mentioned it on our first date. You will never guess the FareDrop I just got. It's one of his favorite places that he's ever been.
Where?
New Zealand. So when we got the FareDrop notification that there was a killer deal to Auckland.
For real?
Yes, for real.
Let's go!
I had to hop on it. Kia ora, everybody. We're Sarah and Tony, full-time budget travelers who love a flight deal. We are currently traveling the world for 6 months exclusively on FareDrop flight deals. What is FareDrop, you might ask? Just the ultimate travel tool to help you save money on your trips so that you can travel more while spending less. Our latest flight booked has brought us to New Zealand, and we now have less than 48 hours in the North Island, so we're making our way to Rotorua.
Welcome you aboard Fiji Airways flight 411 from Maori to Auckland.
14 hours, plus a trip across the international date line later, and we've arrived in Auckland. First order of business is to pick up our rental car. Okay, you know how they say sometimes the adventure is the journey, or the journey is the adventure, something like that? I feel like the last 24 hours have kind of been like that for us. Let me give you a quick recap of our travel day so far, and I'm gonna cut out a little bit of the details. So Sarah found a FareDrop to New Zealand, where we're staying in Seattle. It costs about $200 a ticket to fly to Vancouver, so instead we decided to take the bus for $50. You can call us budgeters, or you can call us cheap, but it was the easier way to go. Of course, that means a little bit longer travel time for us. FareDrop lets us choose from several departure airports, including Vancouver, so it was an easy bus ride. Once we got to Vancouver, then it was an 11-hour flight to Fiji, which was a short layover, and then a flight to New Zealand. New Zealand is one of my favorite places on the planet, and Sarah's never been, so I'm hoping over the course of these next couple of days I can share my love of this place with her. But for now, we gotta check into our Airbnb, and I'm hungry, so welcome to Auckland.
Are the pedals the same?
Yeah.
Which one's brake?
The same one, the brake is the same.
Now I'm not overthinking it.
Oh boy. This may be the second time I've driven like this, so anyone watching this that's in Auckland, I'm sorry in advance if my driving's a little iffy.
Let's just get a bumper sticker that says, "Sorry, I'm American" on there.
Sorry, I'm American.
I feel like we could use that a lot through our
Yeah,
travels.
we could use that a lot.
Do you feel confident?
Yeah, I think so. It's
You're supposed to say yeah, just yes. Period. Yes, period.
well, it's because it's right.
No, I think it's left, right. Left side of the road, right side of the car.
Right, left. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit. Okay. We got this.
We've got the windshield wipers going. Left side's windshield.
I'm doing great so far. For starters, I didn't realize the blinker was on the right side and not the left, and my perception of the lanes hasn't adjusted to the opposite side quite yet. Sarah and I are playing this video a little bit more by ear than we usually do, and so we're hungry and we want to find a place to eat. We found a place that was kind of close to where we're staying. You got to see this place. I'll show you why I picked it, because it's kind of ridiculous. It's called Circus Circus. I have no idea if the food is good or not, but it looks cool. It's got good reviews though, and it smells good.
Got a beef cheese mince pie. A beef pie. It's like the most hearty ground beef in like a crispy, flaky crust.
Baked in a buttery flavored crust. Baked in a buttery flavored crust. Crust. Yeah.
I was thinking about getting one of these meat pies too, but 2 different people recommended the lamb pita. Kind of glad they did. It looks really good. It's got these huge chunks of lamb meat that just kind of fall apart when you stick a fork in them. Our food at Circus Circus ended up costing us $47.
Well, it is 7:30 a.m. and the sun is just starting to come up. I think I didn't realize how short the days are going to be because the sun sets at like 5 and it's not up until now. So we have very few hours of daylight to squeeze in everything that we want to do. But we are headed about 2.5 hours southeast to Rotorua. Today is all about learning about the Maori culture, and I am very, very excited. And then we have a pretty unique activity coming up after that. Also, something else that keeps tripping me out, and I don't know if I've told you this yet, but we left from Canada on June 7th, and then we arrived on June 9th. So we will never live the day of June 8th in our entire lives.
That's crazy.
Isn't that weird? So the main reason that we traveled down to Rotorua today is to learn more about Maori culture. So we arrived at Te Puia. We have a tour of the geysers and the property. I think we're gonna see some kiwi birds, and then we have a Haka performance after, which I am very excited about because I've only seen Haka performed online, and it'll be really great to see it in person.
So you're doing the tira pasta Haka? Yeah. Awesome. Great choice. Thank you. You're more than welcome. The photos are okay.
The first part of learning about the Maori culture is learning a few phrases and places, like these.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Now, kia ora means hello and thank you. In literal terms, it means good health to you. Now, if you do hear someone say kia ora to you, it is polite to say kia ora back. Now, this here says Te whakarewa rewatanga o te ope taua a wāhia, which translates to the war dance of the war parties of Wāhia. This here is the name of our valley that we are heading into today. Rewa.
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 Tanga.
Tanga.
Now all at once.
Oh,
Oh, no, start again.
First stop on our tour was to see the kiwi birds. However, we're not allowed to film in here because the kiwis are nocturnal and sensitive to light.
I've never seen a geyser. I keep wanting to call it a geezer.
No, old geezer.
Shrek swamp.
What are you doing in my swamp?
These mud pools here are the largest mud pools on site. They do have a depth of 6 to 10 meters. Now in days of old, when my people returned back from war, they would sit around the mud pool and apply the mud to their aching bones, aching joints, as well as their open wounds.
How cool is this?
I don't know if this is a dumb question, but do you think the water that's flowing through is hot too, or does it go through like a thermal
microwave?
system
Thermal
when it goes
microwave?
through the geyser
Don't
and
know.
heats up? So it turns out I wasn't far off. So rainwater travels through porous rocks towards the Earth's magma chamber. The magma boils the water, and steam and gas is pressurized and jets back through the chamber below the geyser. Take that, Bill 9. When we go to these places, a lot of times I'll see the scientists out and I'll be like, dang, I kind of envy them a little bit. This isn't one of those times. I do not want to be one of those scientists out there.
And we're bad at math. Like,
Well, yeah. If given the opportunity and if I was smart enough, I would really like to do something like this, but like, not that one. Oh, look, there's the scientist. Somewhere in there.
and now onto the geyser. This is the largest active geyser in the southern hemisphere, erupting up to 20 times a day.
Not only is the geyser incredibly active, but the eruptions can also reach heights of 30 meters. And the heat from below the surface warms up the surrounding rocks as well. Butt warmer?
Yeah, they need these at sporting events.
Just natural rock
Yeah.
geyser in the background. Oh, that's really hot.
It's really nice. It's like a heated toilet seat.
I was gonna say a seat warmer, but yeah, that too.
It's really nice. Like very relaxing. This is the,
This is the
this is the
most
best thing here.
impressive
The hot rock.
Saw kiwis and flowing geyser and then
Like the
heated seats. Can't see anything.
Te Puia does a great job at connecting the things that you are seeing back to Maori culture. Both the signs around the property and the tour guides are there to help educate you on the stories and the histories of the Maori people.
Super quick, let's talk about the reason we're even able to travel to New Zealand at all, and that's FareDrop. As budget travelers, we often hear the phrase, oh, it's super affordable once you get there, but it's the flight that costs the most money. Well, think of FareDrop as your cheat code to getting the best low-cost flight deals to pretty much anywhere you want to go. You can fly to international places like Paris, Greece, Rome, and Barcelona, both through economy and business class. And there's plenty of domestic deals too if you want to keep your travel within the US. You can change your departure airport, the region you want to travel to, or even how you want to fly. Now, you don't have to hop around to different airports to find the best deal, but I mean, the Pro Plan gives you 10 airports to choose from, so why not take advantage of that? Use the link in the description or scan this QR code to learn more about FareDrop and start planning your dream destination like we did. Aside from the geyser, part of our tour included a walkthrough through the New Zealand Maori Arts and Crafts Institute and a cultural show.
Students study on a 2-year scholarship, the river tradition of carving stone and bone.
The Institute is home to schools for wood carving, stone and bone carving, and weaving. Each year, a new cohort of students join the Institute to protect, preserve, and promote Maori culture.
Now for our final stop, the Maori Cultural Show.
We are first greeted with a traditional Maori welcome called a pafuri, a practice that is used to welcome people into a sacred place. The Haka may be one of the most recognizable Maori dances because of the stomping, body slapping, and the fierce facial expressions meant to intimidate, such as bulging eyes and sticking out of the tongue. We also had the privilege to learn about poi balls. These are used by women for telling stories, and the balls can imitate natural sounds and motions for teaching purposes. This whole area of Rotorua has a ton to do, so much so that we even debated staying here for the night, but we're gonna squeeze as much as we can in today, including going to see some redwoods, which is like 10 minutes down the road. And I don't think I've seen redwoods in real life, which is crazy because I'm from the West Coast, so you would think that I have, but that's where we're heading next.
What are your thoughts on the redwoods?
Very nice. Obviously not as big as like the California ones in girth. It's beautiful. I mean, we've had fresh air the whole time we've been in this country, but it just feels even more fresh. You can pay to do the tree walk, or you can walk on the ground like us peasants for free. But the trail is super well maintained and it's very flat. So if you have maybe like not full mobility, or if you have little ones traveling with you, I think this would be a great free activity to get everyone outdoors.
I do enjoy how peaceful it is here. Like, besides the people in the tree walk, there's really no sounds, no birds, no insects. It's just quiet. This tree walk is pretty cool though. I kind of wish they would do something like Star Wars themed and do like the Planet Endor where the Ewoks would just run around. Maybe they do. Maybe on like May the 4th they do like a whole Star Wars theme. That'd be pretty cool because it kind of looks like the planet a little bit. So it's turn to drive. I will say as a passenger, it does feel weird to sit on the left.
It's scary on the left.
I feel like I should have a steering wheel right here.
Now on to an activity I can confidently say we have never done before. We are about to hurl ourselves down a hill in a giant ball that has water in it. It's called Zorb. They say it's supposed to be kind of like a water slide on the inside. You don't tumble around like a hamster, but it's kind of ridiculous.
I don't know how true it is, but their website says this is the original Zorb. So where the idea was created started right here, like literally where we're about to go down.
2 people doing the 2-ride combo? Yes. Excellent. It's just here in the blue, so straight, smooth and fast. Now we do have dual straight tracks. And then in the red is our slide one, which is our longest track where you zigzag your way down.
So you store all your clothes in the cubby. There is a little contraption that takes the Zorbs all the way up to the top. You hop on the van takes you up to where the Zorbs are, and then you fly on down here. Also, sorry in advance for all the screaming, because this is so much fun.
Now, this second track was a bit more aggressive, as you'll see from my experience here.
Oh, and by the way, zorbing cost us $95, which is roughly 58 US dollars. We only did 2 rides, but that was so much fun. Wow.
Don't eat a pizza beforehand. Oh my god.
You go faster than you think you do too. Like, we were flying.
You don't flip, but you slide all over the place. That second one was bouncy too. I was afraid my elbow was gonna...
definitely caught some air on the second one. So we did the straight downhill, and then we did the zigzag. I think the zigzag was a little bit more fun.
I like the straight one more.
You didn't like the zigzag?
No.
Zorbing was such a blast. Really, this entire trip to Rotorua was worth it. But we do have a 2.5-hour drive back to Auckland and a flight to catch in the morning. Well, we only had a day and a half here in the North Island because we're going to be going to the south, but I think it was well worth it. There is one goal I didn't tell you about that I had in the beginning of this video, and that is to make you fall in love with this place. We didn't have enough time to do that here, but I think we can do that in the south.
Why am I supposed to fall in love with this place?
Because I love this place, and I think you can love this place.
It's not because you've been begging me for the past 6 years that you want to retire here?
Yeah, exactly.
But as always, make sure to scan the QR code or head to the link in the description to sign up for FareDrop, because if you have a dream destination that's on your travel list,
like New Zealand,
you might just get an incredible flight deal to that place like we did.
Did we mention this is a 2-part video? Next, we're headed to the South Island of New Zealand, and we're going to explore it in a way we've never done before.